Happy full moon in Sagittarius. Happy strawberry full moon. Just waiting for you guys to come on. Is anybody live on? If so, please give it a thumbs up or comment. Hey, Queen Goddess. Hey, guys. Y'all are here. Yes, darlings. Hey, my tribe. Hey, everybody. So I'm doing some witchy things tonight. I have my Palo Santo, and like grounded Palo Santo, but it's like finely grounded. We're gonna burn that. And I'm doing something for this full moon in Sagittarius, the strawberry full moon. It is the last moon before our summer solstice comes in. So it's the last full moon. Hey guys, hi Tiara. Hey Susie Q. Can you guys hear me well? I have my microphone, but I'm not sure if it's. Oh, thank you. So I'm gonna burn this. These are chips, like chips of Palo Santo. And I have this tea light for abundance. It doesn't have to be anything. I bought this at a local spiritual shop called Something Magical. I didn't make this one myself, but it has like pieces of rosemary, glitter, some stones in there. Glitter amplifies. Rosemary's for money, abundance, and also protection. So it's a little tea light. And I was gifted this by my second mom, Candy. It's like a little, it looks like a little furnace. This is really the top supposed to be used for um, it's supposed to be used like for a wax melt, and this is supposed to melt it. But I'm gonna stick this in here because I don't want to burn myself and see if I can turn it on from here. Yeah, and so this is what it looks like. See, cute little thing. But I have it. I use it for another purpose. So I'm using it to burn my wood chips. Torch lighters come in handy for many, many, many reasons. Hey guys. So I'm just going to say, St. Michael the Archangel, we call upon you and all your angels. We ask for abundance during this strawberry full moon. Please bless everyone in this audience that is watching. We ask for abundance, good health, protection as we get into the second half of this year. Blessed be. Happy strawberry full moon. So yeah. Hope you guys are doing well. We're going to do a couple of little readings here for the collective for this strawberry full moon, see what messages come from this tarot deck that I got, which I really, really like. It's called Be Not Afraid, and it is a biblically accurate angels and celestial magic. It's by Jennifer Sodini, so shout out to her. Hey, Chelsea. Hey, guys. Really love the book that comes with it, the manual, if you have to use it. It really kind of explains things. And the depictions are out of this world, so I'm going to be using some of these. Tonight. Let me just move this to the side. I had a busy day of readings, so I wasn't going to come on, but I was like, no, you know what? I feel good. I love doing my readings, and I'm grateful for all my clients. So um, I cooked a pot of beans today, and I made this Asian salad. It's sliced cucumbers, which I'm going to be dropping a video. I should be doing this on my YouTube, but it is basically it's sliced cucumbers. I used a mandolin, really thin, and then you put some imitation crab meat and you slice it really thin in there. Put some spicy mayo, some regular mayo, like a half a teaspoon of white rice vinegar or rice vinegar, and then a little bit of sesame oil, like half a teaspoon, and also some soy sauce, but very little because soy sauce is very saturated in sodium, high in sodium, and then you just mix it all together and then chill it for like 3 to 4 hours, and then you eat it. It's so good, like literally. Thank you, Brenda. Yes, it was a busy, busy day, but like I said, I just felt it was the right thing to do, and I like to give back, and it's it's really good to come and connect with my rays of light, all of you guys. So I hope you're doing well. So some of you I saw that you burned some sage earlier. Hey Loretta, y'all like the nails? Get into it. I'm gonna change them. This were my birthday nails, but I'm gonna change it. So this is my newest ring. I think I showed y'all before, but it's a Paraiba tourmaline. I don't know if I even said that correct. It's from Turkey. I bought that for myself for my birthday gift. And then this is citrine from the Renaissance Festival. If you're in the Houston area, you probably have heard, and maybe some other cities and states have their own Renaissance Festival. This is citrine. So I bought that like a year or two ago when I went with a friend. Renaissance festivals are really cool because I feel like a lot of spiritual people go and, they get to dress up as whatever you want to be. I dressed up as a witch, so literally had my cape and I was dressed in black, which is a bad thing to do in summer because you're going to sweat. It's a lot of walking and it's like kind of like in a forest, kind of like open grounds, but it's a lot of forest to walk like around there for parking. So if you ever go to a Renaissance festival, be prepared to walk. All right, so here's some messages for the collective for the strawberry full moon. First thing that we have here is um, virtual, which is a lion-hearted courage. So I feel like whatever you're going through, I want to be very clear that this strawberry full moon is very unique because it's about cutting ties with certain things from the past, but also it's about embracing something sweet and bringing sweet into your life. So this would be a good time tonight to eat strawberries or something sweet in nature to invite sweetness into your life. But it also, for some people, it can bring in temptations like to reconnect with a past ex or, reconnect with someone. And so be very careful with that energy because, again, it can have you doing some crazy things. Every full moon is called, like, it is known for, like, to bring out the crazies, right? So you just got to be careful with that. Then we have the Watchers, Renegade Redemption. So it's almost like where you've been, hurt, etc. Now things are on your side. You're starting to feel an energetic shift, whether this is like you quit a job or you were forced to quit it or whatever situation you've let go of something or a toxic friendship. I feel like that's what it's saying there. And then we also have, let's see here, pull one more from this deck and then I'm going to use a different deck. Hey guys, we have Haniel, Pure Love. So this is about pure love. Again, embracing love, embracing what you like, what you do, what brings you happiness, doing those kind of things. I think we get caught up in our world of responsibilities that we forget to treat ourselves or pamper ourselves, and we think that, oh, maybe going through the drive-through and getting takeout is, just a regular thing, but that might be your way of self-love, for yourself. It can take form in many different forms and ways. It doesn't have to be necessarily a massage or like buying Gucci or, something expensive. It can be very simplistic. Um, so if you like this deck, this is the Be Not Afraid. I also want to show you guys before I get on to the reading. I started making these candles. I'm going to start launching them on my website. These are hand poured and these are evil eye candles. So these are hand poured by me. I use Palo Santo oils, essential oils, and also I used frankincense and some other oil blends. And then these are my other candles. These are all hand poured and molded. So these are evil eye to destroy the evil eye. These are so cute. Look at this. Isn't it so cute? So these are going to retail for probably like $12 on my website. And they burn really, really clear. So these are my kind of like my test run candles. I also have another set of candles that I want to show you guys. I'm very excited to launch these. These are for cutting cords. And these are hand poured by me again with essential oils. So this is my cutting cord candle. So what you do is you carve with a toothpick or you can use a Sharpie. You can write the name of the person that you're wanting to cut cords on one of the blades of the scissors, and then the other you would write your name. Or again, you can carve it. And these are all soy candles, natural and hand poured by me. And then you just burn it, and it burns down very clear. So I will be these are going to be my signature. I just got to get the labels ready and I'm ready to launch it on my website. So if you want any of these, want to place a custom order, you're more than welcome to. But yeah, I'm trying to All right, guys, hold on one second. I'm gonna bust out my other microphone. Okay, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? So I have these little earbuds. Let me show you. These are my microphone, and these charge like I've been using them throughout the day, so I think they kind of went out. So I have a backup pair. You always want to have two as someone who does YouTube and readings. So okay, we're back in business. Sorry about that, guys. But as I was saying, I got that deck, the Feminine Wisdom deck, and I really feel the connection with it. So I'm gonna pull some cards for the Strawberry Full Moon, see what comes up for you guys. Oh, this was a shout out to my friend Terry. She gave me this for my birthday, kind of like a birthday gift. Somebody said they had the candle kind of lights up, but when you go far, you can't see it. Like it turns different color, but maybe not. I don't know. But very cute. All right, so here's some additional messages for you guys tonight for the Strawberry Full Moon about sisterhood, community, strong connections. You know, who are your sisters, not necessarily in bloodline, but like family, your connections, your community. When we say community, there's usually like circles of people in your friends circle, whether it's spiritual teachers, Reiki masters, healers, who is your soul tribe, basically. That's what they're saying. Like, who's your soul tribe? Kind of stay together with your soul tribe. And then we have here, um, inspiration, beautiful spark, moving impulse. So again, a lot of you may have been in an energetic funk, but I feel like you're coming out of it and you are feeling a little bit more energized, or at least I feel like June is going to be a good month as it keeps going along. And then strength, power, and endurance, kind of like remembering who the fuck you are, remembering that queen that you are, or that king that you are. A lot of you um sometimes forget your power and who you are. You're like, I can't live without this man, I can't live without this lady, this woman. And it's like, bitch, wake up, wake the fuck up. Who were you before you got with them? You were a badass bitch. Okay, so you need to step into that power, babe. Step back into it. Why are you crying over a man who doesn't love you? Why are you crying over a woman who doesn't love you? Take your power back. And that's the word, okay? So if you know, you know. Confidence, faith, to rely on yourself. Again, at the end of the world, you didn't come attached with that man just because he gave you good sex or whatever, or like vice versa. If it was a woman or two people, two gays, two lesbians, you didn't come into this world with them. You came by yourself. So, the same thing, we're going out by ourselves. So at the end of the day, you have only you and you need to stand in your power. I feel like I'm channeling that message. Ooh, it feels powerful. But anyways, let me hold on. Wisdom, knowledge and understanding. Again, having that inner wisdom, that mother goddess, that divine femininity. I feel like a lot of you are, naturally gifted. A lot of your wisdom, remember, we're not our age, we're not our physical age. We, in spiritual years, we might be older than 500, years old, but patience, waiting with calmness. A lot of this is going to be impatient, especially in August when Mercury comes back rearing its ugly head again. Retrograde is coming back in August, I believe. So you might already start feeling it at the end of June. So yeah. Hey, She Wise. Hey, Kristen, sorry. And then we have safety, freedom from hurt. So again, protecting, nurturing that inner child. You might feel like you need to surround yourself. Remember, I feel like also like a lot of people, and I want to share this message. A lot of people feel like they need to do, like they need to. There's there's a lot of themes around shame and like feeling like you can't ask for help because nobody's going to understand you, or you have to go through it alone if you're in a toxic relationship or a toxic work environment. And the reality is that we didn't come into this world, even though we did come into this world alone. You don't have to do this journey alone. When I'm talking about, it's not relationship wise, but also the soul bonds that you have, the friends that you have, they were put in your path for a reason. So you can confide in people and trust in people to be there for you. You don't have to burden this life alone, but a lot of us like to do so. So Then we have one more, solitude, withdrawal from society. Some of you may not be feeling this Father Day weekend. It might be hard for you, especially if your dad's crossed. Some of our fathers are not here. I know my dad's not here. He passed in 2011. I rarely talk about him. We did not have a good relationship, and he was hardly in my life. And you know, I think if you ask my sister, she would say that I was favored by my mom. But if you ask me, I would say she was favored by my father. So it's again, there's different viewpoints, but I rarely talk about my dad. Um, it was just a lot of pain in that side of the family as well, and not having that. But I definitely feel like a lot of you, are going to be bringing up these emotions as we get into this weekend with Father's Day coming up. Just be gentle on yourself and give yourself that grace. And if your dad is passed, he's still with you in spirit. And if you're like you had a bad father or like bad experience, just remember that they do go through a life review on the other side. So and I know it doesn't get easier because I've lost my mom in 2023 in July. You guys probably know, a lot of you that are new probably don't, but I lost my mom, who was my confidant. I was a mama's boy, and I have no shame in saying that. She was my best friend, and at the end, she passed. Yeah, it's been almost 2 years, and it's hard. It doesn't get easier. This July will be 2 years, but I know that she's with me, and I know that your loved ones are with you. So life goes on. We have to be strong. We have to keep going, no matter what cards were dealt. So just keep your head up high. And if you're a single mom or a single dad, or you're doing all this by yourself, raising your children, kudos to you, for doing both roles. I do think that a lot of moms do not get enough cred or enough respect for taking on the role of mother and father, even though their sperm donor, wasn't there for the children or there for them. Now, moms sometimes have to take on both roles. So um, kudos to them, and then kudos to the dads who are single dads or having to do it because their wife passed away, or they're no longer, they got custody of the kids. It takes a strong man to be a dad and to be there. So it's vice versa. But yeah, so that's going on. My readings are 50% off. I'm going to do some card pulling for some of you guys tonight as well. And I hope that all of you, are doing well in your life wherever you're at. Some of you I feel like are eating right now or munching on things. I just had a crown replaced on my bottom left canine. So yeah, I can't eat anything crunchy or hard because if when you have a temporary crown, it's easy to just come off. But I'm so thankful to my dentist at Jurich Dental in San Antonio, Texas. Um, great dentist, great friend of mine, and he did my smile makeover. Highly recommend them if you're in the Texas area or San Antonio area, looking for a good dental practice. He is a cosmetic dentist and one of the best. So shout out to him. I know also Chelsea had her teeth done too. My friend Chelsea, who's my moderator, love her. I've been seeing you, girl. You've been looking spicy hot tamale on Instagram. I saw you with your night out with your friends. So yeah, I've been watching Boo Boo. She also has perfect teeth. We both kind of got ours done almost at the same time or a little bit apart. Um, but it's been a journey. I've been going through transformations. Um, I'm on Manjaro right now. I know a lot of people don't like it or have had like bad side effects, but I feel like I've been okay on it. Like I haven't really had any bad things, just like maybe like acid reflux. But let's get into pulling a couple of cards. So I'm just gonna do a few because I am like fully exhausted. I had a full day. Like I read like over 10 people, so that takes a lot of energy out of me. But like I said, I wanted to come up, show up for my peeps, my family out here. Yeah, some people are on Wegovy. Susie Q in Connecticut's on Zepbound. Yeah, terzepatides target two fat hormones, whereas you know, um, I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. I really do think that when I was on Ozempic, which is a semi-glutide, I lost more weight. I kind of feel like I've plateaued, but I'm not gaining, which is a good thing. But I am a type 2 diabetic, so I'm not on it for just skinny looks. It's to maintain blood sugar. And I hate when people think like, oh, or assume, oh, you're a certain weight because you eat, if you would eat less or you would not eat carbs. And it's like, you don't know people's story. A lot of times when you're insulin resistant, it's not that easy, like a person who is on it just to lose weight. When you are not insulin resistant, it's easy for your metabolism to get on this and lose weight. It's easy not to gain weight. But when you have diabetes of any, whether it's type 1, type 2, it's harder to lose weight. And no matter how good you are with low carb, the weight will come back at any time that you eat something that can convert to sugar, etc. So, um, you know, this is a disease I don't wish on anyone. I really, really, those of you that are listening, that have had family members that have passed from it, it affects a lot of the organs, being the heart, the kidneys. You can have amputations. It's a very scary disease to live with. I have thought about, actually having the gastric sleeve, but then I also have seen friends of mine getting on the gastric sleeve, and it's not, they don't end up good. Some have success stories, but the majority of them have more health problems after that. Yeah, they don't have diabetes anymore, but they have other more serious problems. So yeah, I'm just kind of like, I'm praying that that cure that China has does make its way to the USA, where they use stem cells and they inject it into the pancreas, I believe, which kind of like reprograms or targets a lot of this. So yeah, I think that that will be better, for me and for a lot of people that are diabetic, you know. But everything's a risk. So who's wanting a reading? Let's comment. Let's get to it. I'm just waiting to see who's commenting. Okay, here we go. Tiara Green. Let's see. We have the Queen of Swords. So stand in your power. Set boundaries with people. The Devil card could be like a relationship, a friendship, something that's a little toxic. Um, so watch that. And definitely, I feel like, again, I get the Queen of Wands. It's another woman. It's almost like, I almost feel like you have two different people that you're dealing with, either like a female or someone that is attached or connected to a female energy. So just hold on to that. But I don't know. It's very, very weird. But I feel like there's something definitely wrong there. Hi, Myra. Hey, girl. I saw you in Miami with your mama. It was on TikTok. See, I keep up with my peeps. Those are Myra is one of my clients. Love her to death. A lot of you, I actually watch you. I think a lot of people think that I don't see you on Instagram or I don't see my YouTube comments and whatnot, but I really am very connected to you guys, and I do read them. And I do try to respond when I can. So Myra, we have the Queen of Cups, living your best life, honey. Um, you give her, and then there's going to be some reasons to celebrate with the Three of Cups. I feel really good, positive energy there for you, and some new beginnings, things that we've discussed in your previous reading. So I really feel good energy. So I hope you're enjoying Miami for me. That's one of my next places to go. Yvonne, thank you, sweetheart, for the donation, for being on here. I'm graduating from college in August. What month can you see me getting hired for a new job and more than one offer? So I feel like October is a power month, but I feel like by September, October, you could have an offer as early as that. And don't need to pull cards because I really feel that strongly. Hi, Debbie Hannah. Thank you for your donation. So, Debbie, I see you kind of pulling away from energies, during the summer, things that are unwanted places, people, and I feel a lot of focus on children or loved ones like family. And also remember to nurture your inner child. Remember that you're divinely guided and protected by a higher power. So, a lot of happiness, happier times coming to you. Okay. All right. Let me see here. Earth vibes. Thank you so much. Love and moving. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Earth vibes. The Fool card. So you're needing to take a risk. It's almost like there's some things that are. When I see the Fool card, it kind of is a reminder like you need to take a risk. There's some new beginnings waiting for you. But sometimes we get very comfortable in our environment and our day to day routines, whether it's work, situations, relationships, and it's almost like the universe is telling you it's time to start making some changes. Yeah, because I see where your money is concerned, the Two of Pentacles. It's almost like you're juggling. Money's going to come in, money's going to go out. It's going to flow, but it's going to go. And then I see the Hermit card. So it's almost like you might be single, or if you're not, you're with someone. It's still like you still need time to go deep within when you're alone and get clarity. And I definitely feel like you're being prepared for a more better way of living with the Nine of Cups. It's almost like a lot of the things that you want uh, can can happen, but just don't let any like pride or like negative energies or influences or emotions take over you. You know, while you're on this path. That's for Earth vibes. Thank you so much, Island Babe. Hey, does Spirit show that I should do a month-to-month lease or another 9 to 10 months on my apartment? Have to renew by August. So I'm getting with the question of month to month, I'm getting a positive, which is a Sun card. So I'm getting like it's more month to month, but when I see the 9 to 10 months, I pull the Six of Swords, which is a clear indication of moving. So I honestly feel like you're gonna move. You're gonna find something else, and I don't think you should do another 9 to 10 months lease. You know, um, so I don't think you should renew your lease. And I'm just gonna be very, very honest. Thank you, Chelsea, for handling that. Whatever you deleted, whatever was, yeah. Chicoya Wilkins. Hey, girl. Any messages for you? Let's see. See, don't fuck with my moderators, or don't fuck with me, because my moderators will come for you, honey. Chelsea does not play. She does not play. All right, so Chicoya, I have here the King of Swords. So I definitely feel like there's talking about a man in your life. This could be someone that's coming up if you don't have this person yet. But if it is, I also feel like there's a lot of focus on like saving coins, and I feel like there's some travel for you this summer. And I also felt like, again, just kind of like they want you to watch your finances, but don't be living in a mindset of scarcity. And I also feel like you might be starting a new job or something new in your life with the Ace of Wands. So you have some new areas that are going to be moving for you. So I hope that that helps you, and thank you again for your donation. Um, yeah, please don't spam the chat. So if you ask a question, you don't have to repeat it over and over. I will definitely get to it. Okay. Okay, Maria Garcia. Will IHSS hire Michael to work for their company so he can be my caregiver? I think you asked that before, Maria. And I felt like, mm, I feel like it's very up in the air. I get the Ten of Swords, so I don't know. I really don't feel positive about that feeling. It's yeah, I feel like there's some disappointment. So it may not be the person that you want, and they may have their own reasons, you know. So you might want to go through a different, um, a different company. I don't know where you're at. Every state is different. I used to work for the state. Um, it was called the Community-Based Alternatives Program, where it's kind of like primary care services, but it's built through Medicaid for people that are long-term. They don't want to go into a long-term care facility and want to be homebound. So yeah, it's very different in every state. All right. Enchanted, is that Pisces? Hmm. See the Ten of Pentacles, so I see money coming in, very, very positive, honey. And then I see also like moving forward in your life, moving, um, forward, more blessings. But I also feel like something toxic here when it comes to your like your personal life with someone. And I feel like you're being told to cut cords with that because it has made you kind of depressed, or it's brought on some depression of some sort. So I hope that that helps. She Wise, hello, girl. She Wise. Let's pull some cards for you. We definitely get here the Ace of Cups. So I definitely feel like, there's going to be a lot of emotional fulfillment. I feel like you might be having anxiety, but things will get better. I feel like with your kids, with family, there could be a lot of conflict, a lot of drama that you're going to hear about, and you're going to be immediately wanting to rescue and, go back, but they're like saying no. But you will be traveling. So this could be for your company, for your personal work. And I definitely see a new opportunity coming in as far as a job. So I feel really good about that. And remember, these are just mini readings. If you want to book a full reading, you can definitely go to my website. They're 50% off. So I'm just doing a little bit of promo on that so that y'all know. Jasmine Hall. Hello, Jasmine. Relationships. Love life. All right. Hey, Adis. Hey, Keisha. Jasmine, relationship, love life. Okay, I feel like there's a breakup, or like, I don't know if you stopped talking to someone or pulled away, but I literally feel like that's a break card, like kind of like needing a break right now. So I also feel like there's been a lot of drama in your life when it comes to love, or it's been a theme. And I feel like you can't trust a lot of people, men that you come in contact with or whatever. And I feel like almost like you've had to stand your ground with these men, because these men be trifling, girl. I'm telling you. I've been on the Facebook dating. I'm still trying to find my prince. Like literally, all they want is to a hookup. They don't want anything serious, and I'm like, are you for real? So yeah, just stay strong. I don't feel like that person is yet there, but I feel like it's coming. And if you are talking to someone, I don't know. I'm not positive that that person that you might be talking to right now, or like if you are with someone, like I'm not positive that's going to be the person that you stay with. I feel like there's somebody new. I just feel like it hasn't come in yet. Keisha, how does my former stepfather-in-law feel about my mother and siblings talk to him except for me? Um, I feel like you're trying to move forward. I feel like with him, he he feels a certain kind of way. I don't think that he said a lot of nice things. I feel like there's some bad blood there. But I also feel like that, the other I feel like he favors other people in the family. But yeah, I feel like you're better off not communicating. Adis, do you see any monetization coming from me from my social media? Oop, Lord have mercy. I do. And I actually got the two of cups. It fell to the floor. So I do, and I see the two of. So there's a theme with like within 2 months, 2 weeks, 2 months, that you will start seeing that. And it could be a little longer. It might be by February next year, but I feel like you will see that. Okay. Okay, Brenda, will home life drama change and money increase soon? You're gonna have to be strong. This is a lot of negative energy. I feel like with the home life, you need to do some cleanses in there, Brenda. And I feel like there's a lot of lies, a lot of like kind of retaliation. Thank you, Kristen, for your donation on Cash App. And kind of like the Ten of Pentacles is a little bit of like, I don't know if this is about money, but I do feel like your money will increase. Like when I say money, like within the family, like people trying to spend or like not be conscious, but I definitely feel things will improve with your money wise. But as far as like the drama in your family, that's going to linger for a little bit. Okay. Keisha, he's a Libra. Yep. That makes sense why the justice came out, because he's a Libra. Yep. That's the Libra card. Adis, you're welcome. Susan Potts says, do you see Josh and I getting back together again? I see that the Ace of Wands, so that's about new beginnings for you. Let me get clarification. I feel like he might be working on himself still, but I feel like this relationship required a lot of work, and there was things that you've been told that are by spirit, or they put you know things that you felt deeply because you're intuitive about him, and I think you feel very soul connected, but he suffers from depression of some sort. Like I don't feel like he is very, very mentally like well, and I'm not saying like diagnosing him, but I just feel like you want this. You want a happy family. You want unity. You want a solid foundation with him. But I feel like again, I just feel like it's not time. And so I feel like right now he's not able to meet you where it's at. That doesn't mean that y'all won't reconnect. I definitely feel like there's a soul bond there, Susan, but I just feel like it's not meant to happen right now. So you can either wait for him, or you can continue to live your life and keep your options open. I kind of would gravitate more to the latter part, because I feel like you might be waiting a while, and we're not getting any younger. You deserve to be happy. But if this is the person that makes you happy and you want to wait, that's where your free will comes into play. As readers, we should never tell someone you need to drop that asshole or you need to leave this person, because that is coming from a biased point of view. Whenever I do private readings, I always tell people, what I feel, what I see, what I would do if I was them, but I never tell you you need to do something because who am I? At the end of the day, I'm just some bitch, you know? At the end of the day, that's not for me to tell. This is not my life that I'm, that's your life that you're living and you know what's best for you. So I hope that that helps. I'm sending you big hugs. All right. Samantha Cressy, does the leasing office where I live know that my boyfriend has been staying with me in my apartment, even though he's not supposed to do that? Well, I get your boyfriend here. Let me see. And I get the Queen of Cups, but yeah, I kind of feel like they're going to find out if they don't with the Seven of Swords. So, yeah, I feel like that situation may not last very, very long. But you're welcome, Susan. Thank you so much. Again, if you want to get a private reading, right now's the time, 50% off. Go to my website and book. But Samantha Cressy, I just feel like it's okay for now, but eventually they're going to find out. Chelsea Brooks is okay, but I gotta be petty and no, Ray. Are they, are they, or have they been fighting about me and gonna break up soon? Okay. Up, Chelsea. Yep. Um, yep. That came out in reverse, and I don't even read reversals. So for me to say that, girl, um, I'm laughing. Chelsea gets my sense of humor. Okay, let's see. Hold on. I'm trying to go back. Hey Jasmine, I did her. Let's see. Who did I skip? Okay, Amy Donahue. First time here. Do you see any job prospects? Yeah, I feel like you have a clean slate coming to you. I do feel like there is an offer, but as far as like how soon, I feel like there's some blockages here too. Like I don't know if you're in a relationship with someone or there's just like a very dominant male in your life, but I just feel like there's some blockages here that you need to work on. I would definitely do like a blockbuster candle or even a road opener for yourself. That's for Amy Donahue. All right, guys. So I'm going to sign off. I've been on live for 30 minutes. Those of you that wanted a reading, thank you for being here. I will be back soon, in the next couple of days. But I am exhausted, so I'm going to relax and cleanse my energy. Thank you so much. I love you guys, and have a good night. Bye.